Hello my tribe, my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Sakina here. There was this old meme in the early 2000, maybe 2015. I was browsing around the motherfucking internet looking for evidence. I couldn't find it. That means somebody was cleaning it up, because you cannot trust nobody nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So the meme was about this young lady who was not conventionally beautiful, who had to go through a massive amount of plastic surgery just to fit in for the male gaze. So obviously, what do you expect? She met this guy who fell immediately in love with her, married her right there on the spot, no question asked. She got pregnant and then she gave birth to this little baby who looked exactly like the old version of herself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, genes, they never lie. They never lie. The husband was a little bit confused. Oh my God, what is this? Is she cheating? That's not mine. And the girl, she was like, oh my God, I didn't think about this one. Oh my God, now I need to be saving more and more for this baby. Yeah, genes, they never lie. They never lie. I need you to keep this piece of information in the back of your mind somewhere in some files, because we're gonna go back to this one later on. To be honest with you, I'm not going back to this one. I never go back to anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm freestyling this video, if that makes sense. I'm doing it in Dostoevsky style. We'll see how it goes, baby. But you will know, using your own discernment, when to use this piece of information. All right, vamos. Let me rock your world. And you know me, I don't need permission to rock your world. All right, let me help you see things from a whole different perspective. Let me rock your world, the little fairy tales and fantasies that you all have been brainwashed and conditioned to believe. Okay? Witchcraft, sorcery, magic, black magic, white magic, purple magic, any kind of magic, and alchemy are just science that you don't understand. But once you understand the science, abracadabra, it's game over. The magic in Shrek and Fiona's story, we're talking about Fiona today. Okay, just bear with me. It was not just a fantasy. It was not just a fairy tale. It was something akin to science. Yeah, it was something so close, akin to science, that was not understood by the character. And I'm pretty sure it was pretty clear and understood by whoever imagined the story. It does open a wild gate for a lot of interesting conversations, I'm telling you. It just depends on what you're looking for and what lens and perspective you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? Archetypes is one of the conversations, because let me tell you, the archetypes in Fiona's story are so wild and fascinating. We're going to be talking about the archetypes later on, just stay tuned. One of the conversations that we could have from Fiona's story are the forces that play in the background of our lives, whether these are societal forces, expectations, or even personal beliefs. Personal beliefs means internal beliefs and dogmas that nobody nor nothing can change nor shake but yourself. These forces and powers are playing in the background, that are hiding our true self from ourselves. Until we understand that it's just a game, play it against ourselves, claiming our power and using our power back is the only way around it. So yeah, we all know the story of Shrek and Fiona, this fairy tale. Everything in that story is wrong. Everything you were told about Fiona's story and Shrek's story, but we're focusing on Fiona's archetype today, is wrong. Fiona was not cursed. Yeah, she was not cursed at all, in the sense of a curse like some other old fairy tales and stories, even though I have my own theory for each one of those archetypes. You know what I'm saying? Just stick with me. We are going to unravel and shake the boat about everything you knew about Fiona's story that could help you change your life and shapeshift. Okay. All right, let's start from the top. That's how I roll. That's how we do things here. If you see me reading, these are my notes because that's how I keep myself on track. You know how it goes, right? So we have Fiona, this beautiful, amazing, sexy, young princess. She was 32. All right. She was locked away in a big, huge, scary tower, waiting for the love kiss to break her curse. The curse that turns Fiona into an ogre at nighttime. Let's talk about the details, shall we? The curse is too convenient. I mean, you turn into an ogre at night with nobody is watching, nobody is around, just you in the mirror. No makeup, no filters, no whatsoever. You can just be yourself with yourself. You know what I'm saying? The fairy godmother was onto something. You know what I'm saying? Because she was the one who broke the bad news to her parents, the king and the queen. You know what I'm saying? And she is the one who came up with the fucking solution. Let's lock her up in the tower and wait for the perfect love, a kiss who will break the curse. She knew too much. She knew something that you don't know, because I do. All I'm saying is it's not the full story, okay? Fiona, the name itself has a lot of meanings. You want to go there? It means white, fair, pure, light, occur. If you don't know anything about the power of names and numbers, I don't know what to tell you. All I'm saying is she wasn't. She was as dark as the night. She has her own demons like everyone else, okay? Fiona was never cursed, at least in the sense that you all are fantasizing and conditioned to believe. Fiona was born an ogre. And the magic that everyone is talking about, the godmother and everyone else, was used to conceal her true identity, meaning to transform her from an ogre to a human form until we see what we can do. In other words, the magic in Fiona's story was not a curse to break, by all means. It was actually a spell to conceal her true identity. She was born an ogre to two humans who didn't accept the fact that they have an ogre, a child, and basically she was the only child. So the whole idea of the curse and magic was to conceal and hide her true identity, her true nature, her true self, and this plays way deeper than you might think. It's way bigger than your own family acceptance of you being different. Is way darker than the collective shadow and ego, and it's way deeper than even self-acceptance, if that makes sense. When we look all together, because now we have the same glasses, you know what I'm saying, closer to Fiona's human body, you will see it. Look at the body, look at the facial expressions, features, you will see it. And obviously she was told that she should fit into societal's ideals to be this beautiful, lovable, acceptable girl and so forth. However, when she is in her ogre form at night, she was unfiltered, unbothered, you know? She was genuinely free from all the bullshit. And we could use her love story with Shrek to make a point, even though that was not love. I'm gonna get back to that one later. To show that her breaking away from the mold was pretty much the solution. Because you cannot hide from your own shadows forever. You can't. You just can't. So embracing her true identity and her true self helped her find the right match, the right love that mirrors exactly her true self. An ogre. You know what I'm saying? So we are definitely going to agree to disagree about the love, because that was not. This is the secret, the sauce, the signature, and the seal. The masculine mask in Fiona's story. All right? Even when she looked like this perfect, beautiful little princess, she moved like a warrior. She acted and moved and walked like an ogre. She even burped like an ogre. Have you seen her sing? The high note? For God's sake, the bird exploded. She fought, she protected, she controlled. She was selfish when she needed to be selfish. So basically, she carried within this masculine energy, and I don't blame her. Because the whole world, the whole universe and collective didn't make space and time for her softness and her feminine energy. Now, on the other side, let's look at Shrek a little bit closer, shall we? He looked like an ogre. He was genetically speaking an ogre, but he was not an ogre. In other words, he was not scary. Who made him scary? I'll let you answer that one. He was so soft and loving. He just wanted to be left alone at peace. You know what I'm saying? Not so much of an ego, not so much of social skills. Easily manipulated, so gentle, so emotionally immature, and at the same time so vulnerable. Crazy, isn't it? So yeah, when I say he was not scary as an ogre, he was not scary as an ogre. So who made him scary? Who made him a monster? You motherfuckers. Fiona? She was scary even in her human form. She was scary even in her human form. You hear me? She had this leadership and boss in her blood running through her veins. She was scarier than Shrek himself. He was scared too. And in the relationship afterwards, she was the one wearing the pants. You know what I'm saying? Fiona was forced to become the man she never had. I'm gonna say it one more time and I can say in 15 different languages. Fiona was forced to become the man she never had. If you are familiar with my theory, you are either an extension or the opposite of something. Fiona didn't have a good representation as a father, and she didn't have a good mother representation as well. So what do you expect when you don't have good representations? You go against the tides and you become the opposite of your own representations, if that makes sense. Bottom line, Fiona is the simplest representation of every single woman in our society that had to become the man she needed, the man she never had. Let that sink in. As far as the love story that everyone is raving about, that was not love. The relationship between Fiona and Shrek was not love. It was survival. For one, the love didn't break the curse because there is no curse to begin with. She was with him because he was the best option, and he was with her because she was the only option. And I'm telling you, he loved her more, which is good. We were told for years that Fiona's story is so powerful, so fascinating, and is so inspiring that makes you believe in love again and again. And it's about transformation. And the only thing that changed is our own perspective of Fiona herself. There was no curse to break, only truth to uncover and darkness to embrace. And don't get it twisted. I guarantee you, if she was given the chance to go back in her human body forever, she might take it. She might take it. I'm not a gambler. I only gamble with my own life. But she might take it because we still live in a world who rewards illusions and lies. So for the archetypes, in my opinion, I can see clearly 5 archetypes. We have the heroine, because she embraced her darkness and she saved her own self. She realized there is no curse to break because she was the curse, her own beliefs, and the condition of the collective and the societal's forces and pressure. And that's number 1. We have the warrior because she is and she was one, like every other woman in our beautiful world. We have the rebellion, that's for sure. We have the shapeshifter, yes ma'am. And we have the orphan. Remember these. Now, let me ask you, my tribe, my beautiful people, what part of yourself is locked in a tower? What parts of you are wishing upon a star and waiting for the true love and le prince charmant and the prince kiss to save you and break your curse? What have you called a curse for years, decades, maybe your entire life? God forbid. You never know. It's very possible. A curse. In reality, it is just your own truth waiting to breathe. My friend, Fiona didn't break a spell. She didn't break a curse. She broke cycles. I know what you need, a memory. So let me remind you that you're not broken. You are just buried. Come home. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you on the other side, and happy healing. You all.